record to. So hi, everyone, and welcome to our foundational training. We do this training every Monday and Tuesday, and it's really how to be a professional network marketer and the work you need to do to become a professional network marketer. We always train at 10 o'clock Pacific on Monday and Tuesdays, and then right after we do the work at 11. So if you're new today, enjoy the learning and then come apply it with me. As you know, we have fell in love with the power of the patch, Lifewave, the cutting edge patented wearable light technology. And it's been life-changing. And that's why we're here today, is because we've had an effect with this product. And now we want to learn, how do we build a business with this cutting edge technology? So the product is X39, the company is Lifewave, but the distribution model is called network marketing. And this is where you will learn to be a professional network marketer, because in network marketing, if you choose to do this as a business, you can work actually very few hours and do the right work. And then there's something called leverage. And you have more and more people in your team doing the right, consistent work together. And then you actually can make residual income, kind of like residual income that an athlete would make, or a movie star, or a musician, right? Every time product ships throughout your whole organization, the money comes in whether you work or not. That's the idea of residual income. Did you know that professional network marketing is the only industry where you can come in making nothing and become a millionaire? It's really quite interesting. And it's not by chance, it's work, but it's the right work. And it's learning what are the abilities of a professional network marketer. I remember when I started this industry, I guess I've been in it for 20 years. And I have to say, when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. And I thought, because I was always in sales, I thought being a professional network marketer meant I was a sales rep. And I get in my little car and I drive from appointment to appointment, doctor office to doctor office. I show my little nutritional network marketing supplements. And I thought I had it, but all I really had was a job. Every time I sold something, I made a little money. So then I was introduced to a real professional network marketer. That was probably almost 15 years ago. And she was actually, nobody knows this, was looking at the company I was doing. And she didn't enroll with me. And I didn't understand why. And she said, because I'm not a sales rep. I will never be a sales rep. I'm a professional network marketer. And what you have shown me is a business of a sales rep. And I said, well, so embarrassing. But I said, well, what's a network marketer? She goes, we're in the business of making lists. We make list upon list upon list, and we teach others to make lists, and we work in everybody's list. We are a warm market business. I'll meet all your doctors that you're calling on cold as a sales rep through other people's warm lists. She goes, that's network marketing. I was like, wow. Well, then a year later, she found the company she decided to be with, and she brought me over. This one makes something like $240,000 a month or something. But I'll never forget that. And I remembered that she said, network marketing is leverage. You do a little bit of the right work. She goes, what happens most of the time is most people do a lot of the wrong work. Oh, they go to all the trainings, they look at all the Zooms, but the work makes them scared. And I said, well, what makes it so scary for them? She said, it's contacting people. It's sending a link. It's following up. It can be very scary. And so they'd rather not do it. So they think of everything else but to do it. So I remember one day she said to me, why don't you come over to my house and we'll make lists together, and I'll show you how you do it. And I'll show you how not to be afraid. So I drove over to her house. She had me make my first list of 10. Who do you know? I wrote the name and the phone number. And she said, start calling them. I was frozen. You know what she did? She goes, dial the number now. And then she took the phone from me. And she started saying, hey, I'm so-and-so. I'm friends with Marci. You got to check this out. Call me, click. Like literally, she took the fear away. And Jan, you know who I'm talking about. And she's been my dear friend and my mentor ever since. So when I became a true professional network marketer, I told myself that I would teach all her lessons that she gave to me, I would share back. And so I hope that you find this story interesting, because I was just like maybe some of you early on. And the reason I created this system, the Now site, the Biz site, was so that we would have our exposing site, our business site, all our links to share. And then I decided to create Monday and Tuesday foundational training as a container really for you. So we can make lists together, so we can send links together, so we can gift, so we can invite to Dr. Stacy without fear. And then your job is learning how to do it and do it without fear, because it's not about the no. It's not even about the yes. It's about the energy and the behavior, sending things out without attachment. You never know when it's going to come back to you. It can come back next week. It can come back tomorrow. It can come back a year from now. It could never come back. It doesn't matter. So that's what this is about. This is the container to take fear into fun in doing our system, which is 333. So what you want to have is a little notebook, and you want to write down in your notes what it is that I'm talking about, because every professional network marketer takes notes. I don't care if you've been doing it for a day or for 20 years. You always learn something from someone. So write it down. So the first thing you're going to write down is our system, 333. That is what you do every day. You guys, it takes no more than an hour. Did you know that most people would rather do their laundry than to do 333? Okay, so what is 333? Well, you make a list of 10. Who do you know? Their name and their cell number. We'll do that together pretty soon. And then you contact them. You either call them or text them, voice memo them. And then you invite. You invite them to a gift. You invite them to Dr. Stacy. You invite them to a patching party. And then you follow up and you read the scripts that I've already made for you. And then you take their order, or you don't. And if you don't, then you contact them again the next day or 2 weeks from now. And here's the thing. You water people 5 times with love. 1 to 4 waterings, you close at 10%. On the 5th watering, you close at 80%. So you just keep watering people with love. And that's all we do. And we do it together, so we don't have fear. So everybody raise their left hand. I promise to contact 3 people a day, 5 days a week. 3 people a day, 5 days a week. And that's going to take me 1 hour. That's all it's going to take you, is 1 hour. And if you are too afraid to call them, text them. I don't care. Texting works. Text and talk and talk and text. Text them. And then the next day, when you're not so afraid, call them and say, oh my God, I texted this. You want a gift, right, Jan? Like, I'm talking to you, Jan W. So don't be afraid. Do you know that if you contact 3 people a day, and before I was saying 3 people a day, 7 days a week, I'm even giving you guys weekends off. Okay, so 3 people a day. I know it's a lot, right? Okay, I just want you guys to understand the hours that I'm telling you have to work to be a millionaire. 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. How many hours is that a week? Oh my God, it's 5 hours a week. I know it's exhausting. It's so little work that it's so little that everybody thinks, oh, it's so little, I better not do it. No, do your 1 hour. I don't know why I'm telling stories today, but I just feel like it. I had, Lynn, I had another professional network marketer who was also a millionaire. And by the way, I'm basically that too. So understand that all the stories that I learned, I became. Let's say that again. All the stories I learned, I became. So if you learn a story, then become it. Oh my God. Like, how cool is that? So this story is, I was talking to this gentleman and his wife. They did the business together. And I was like, well, how have you built to $1 million? And they said 3 a day. I go, what do you mean 3 a day? Because I was always taught, make a list of 500. And by the way, you should eventually in tens. And I would do that. And I look at my list and I'd be so overwhelmed. I would like leave the house, right? Because I'd be like, oh, So she just said, we contact 3 people a day, no matter what. And sometimes I don't want to. I want to take the kids to school, or I want to cook breakfast, or I want to do something with my girlfriends. And I sit down and I contact 3 people before I do my day. Or if I do my day, when I come home, I contact 3 people. I'll never forget that. And that's one of the reasons they don't even know this, that part of my system is that 333, right? So you contact 3 a day, you invite 3 a day, and you follow up with 3 a day, 5 days a week. So 5 days a week would be 3 people a day, 5 days a week for 52 weeks. That's 780 contacts in a year. Do you know how many professional network marketers usually enroll in a lifetime? Between 40 and 80. So if you reached out to 780 people, do you think you would get 40 to 80 people that join you in the business? I would think so. Or even if they don't join you in the business, maybe they would like to give you a list of 10 people they love so you could help their people since you've helped them. Same thing as a list. List is a list. They're either doing you a favor and giving you a list of 10, or they want to come learn how to build the business and do a list of 10. Do you understand this? The same as a list of 10. Just list of 10. So now, some people will enroll 40 or 80 and they just like run and enroll them, run and enroll them, run them, enroll them, and they never help them. That doesn't work either. This business is not about enrolling as many as you can and then like running away. This business is enrolling and then plugging them in to learn the work, which is what's the work, 333. So if you go enroll, I've had people come to me and say, I've enrolled 200 people and my business has not grown. I said, well, how many hands did you take? And make sure that they are building the business with you, which is doing 333 with them. None. Okay. Well, you see, so this business is really a business of teaching and coaching and working with people to build the container for them. So remember that just because you enroll 40 or 80, now you got to ask them if they would like to come learn how to share the business, bring them to a foundational training, or you need to tell them, hey, would you like to build a list of 10 with me? And we can help 10 people you love. Those are for the folks that don't want to build a business. Doesn't matter. You can still help their friends. Remember, we're getting into everybody's warm network. You do your list first, and then you help your people do their list. When my mentor told me that, I was like, what? I didn't get it because I was used to doing it all myself. I was used to calling on those reps, calling on those doctor offices, making my little card, doing it all my own. She said, you'll never be a millionaire doing it all by yourself. You have to teach others to do what you do together. And it's not that hard. You build lists together. And now that we have Zoom, it's even easier. I used to drive to her house to build the list on her kitchen table, right? Now we have 75 of us going to build a list together. In about an hour, we'll each do a list of 10, and that will be over, I don't know, 800 contacts that we'll do in 1 hour together, or in actually 10 minutes. Do you see the difference? Okay, so there we go. So what do we need for our tools? Because if you're new in the business, you've got to set your office up. So how are you going to set your office up? You go to Staples and you need to go buy yourself one of these dollar books. It's a notebook. How many people got one? Show the new folks that we do what we do. Anybody got a note? Yeah, you see there, everybody got a notebook. Then you need to go buy a list book. This is $2 as well. 2 different books, 2 different colors. Now, if you don't have a notebook or you don't have a list book today, go get one today. That's your homework. But guess what? A piece of paper works just great. Okay? So everybody has a piece of paper and a pen. Okay? Then the next thing you want to buy is a calendar book. Go get yourself a calendar book at Staples. I was born in 1967, so I still like to write on paper. It feels real to me. It makes people, writing on paper makes people real to me. Okay, so that's it's different than making it real for me. It makes people real to me. Okay, when I finally put their name and phone number on a piece of paper, then it's not just on some Excel spreadsheet or on my phone in a picture or a note somewhere. No, it's a list. I got to do something with it. Calendar book. I like the calendar books that book on the hour, like a hairdresser. I had a friend, I was talking to her, and she goes, did you know all my best friends have calendar books, but they all do it different? I go, what do you mean? Well, one of my friends doesn't have a calendar book, and she's just in the moment and now, like in the moment of now, whatever she does. My other friend books on the day. You book on the hour, and my other friend booked it on the 10-year plan. Like she had that much goals every 10 years, right? I thought it was pretty cute. But what she was trying to tell me is that that's cool, that's cool. So anyway, so why do you want to book on the hour? Because remember, you water 5 times with love. So you've got to book the next appointment to do the watering without attachment. So when people come to me and say my business isn't growing, I ask them to open up their calendar book and show it to me. I don't want to freak you out, but that's what my calendar book looks like. I really need to start booking on the half an hour because I can't get to everyone on the hour anymore. So, but that's a good problem to have. That means you're growing, right? So get your calendar book out. Okay, and buy one. And you also, with the calendar book, can book out your time. Like I do colonics and I book that out. And that's my sacred time. Or you book out like your lunch date with your girlfriend. And so you use your calendar because now you're in business for yourself. You're not going and working for 20 bucks an hour at some job that books you for you. You are an entrepreneur. You are your own business. So treat it like a business. Okay. So then we have our business cards. When you're in business, you need a card. When you're in business, you need a card. Anybody have a business card here so we can show them what's going on? Who has a business card? So how do you use your business card? Well, you give a card, you take a number. You give a card, you take a number. Well, why? How would you use a business card? Well, here's the deal. I don't know about you, but ever since, I don't know, maybe 2000, people forgot how to talk to each other, right? Have you guys noticed that? I mean, we're older. In the 90s and the 80s, were we all talking to each other, even people you didn't know? Yeah, but once the phone came, I mean, have you ever noticed that everybody's just here, even in restaurants or, wherever you're at, and nobody talks to each other? So here's something you can say. This comes from kindergarten. Hi, Donna. My name's Marci. What's your name? What a concept. What do you do for work? What do you do for fun? Well, what's going on with you? Where do you go for vacations? How's your health? I see you've been hobbling a little bit. Here's the thing. Ask people you don't even know questions and say hello, and don't talk at them. Ask them questions and listen, and then respond with either another question or something that matches what they're talking about. Okay, that's like called conversation. We've forgotten to have conversation, and people are hungry for it. Facebook is not conversation, you guys. I don't know about you, but scrolling up and down Facebook just makes me feel lonely and sad and not connected. So if you feel that way, go to a Starbucks and sit there for 2 hours and say hello to everybody around there, or go in twos. That's even more fun. When you go to Starbucks in twos, you got double energy and everybody likes more energy. They feel more comfortable. So find a partner and go to Starbucks for the day and have lattes and work Starbucks and talk to everybody and say, hi, my name is, hand the card, give a number. You could also patch them. Oh, what's going on with you? I see you're hobbling. I am hobbling. Well, I got something for that. We got patches that are going to repair and regenerate you. They're really quite a miracle. And you see how in my purse I have X39? I usually carry X39, Eon, and Icewave in my purse. And you can see there's my cards. So I'll patch them and give them a card. But you must get a phone number. Just patching and giving the card is not enough. If you don't get their phone number, you cannot continue to water them and book the next appointment. So that's why I have cards, because I'm always in business. I haven't done this yet, but I should. April Vaughn, who's a senior presidential director, she went on Amazon and she bought like a little name tag that's really professional. And it says her name and that she's, I don't know what else it says on it, Lifewave, maybe senior presidential director or X39 or, patented light or something like that. And she wears that wherever she goes. She goes, I'm always open for business. And so the name tag tells her, Deborah, you are cute as a button. Thank you. Deborah's like, I'm getting the name tag. I'm getting the name. She's always open for business. Jan, text April if we could get a picture of her name tag. I'd love to share screen that. Oh, unmute yourself. Go ahead. Yep, you have it.
I have one. It's in my car. You want me to run get it?
Yeah, just so we can show people, because I even would like to take a picture of that and copy her. You see, here's the thing about network marketing. It's super fun to rip off and duplicate. That's actually a compliment. When somebody wants to rip off and duplicate you, that means you're doing, it's kind of like, you remember when you have the cute dress and like your best friend wants the same dress and wants to wear it, and Sometimes you get irritated and then you realize it's the highest compliment ever, right? That's kind of the same thing. All right. So now, business bag. Everybody needs a business bag. And I'll show you how to order all this. It looks like this. And what's in the business bag? Well, you know what? There are many presentations. Many presentations. There's an envelope that tells you how X39 works. There's GHK, the holy grail of anti-aging, tells you how stem cells work. There's what to expect when you put X39 on. There's the all products flyer that tells you all about the products and the placement. I call this the quick guide. And there's a price list. Oh, and there's a before and after tracker so people can rate themselves, and it gives them a better understanding and you of what patches they need. So these all go together in one envelope. So you got a mini presentation. I will tell you, let me show you my office. I don't go anywhere without having these real close to me. That's my new price list with notes on the back. And this is my all products flyer. And if you can see, look at how I have it all circled. I'm helping people with where to place what. And I kind of go over this with them. They'll have one at their house and we'll circle it together. Or I'll text this to them and I'll show you how to do that. And they'll say, print it out, and then we'll go together. And then I'll take their order with this. So I'll just show you what I have, because I sometimes think you just want to see. So you see right here in my little office, I have a big old stack of order forms and a big old stack of all product flyer. And when I have those so close by, I think I took like 5 orders yesterday. And I'm not saying just 5 orders for myself. I help people in my downline with orders. I'm always helping other people's warm networks because we all make money when I do it. Okay. Here's an example of a whole lot of orders that I've been taking, right? These are all little orders. And then these are my new bigger order forms I just started using. And I should have them all filed, but I'm not that organized right now. I do have a really cool file somewhere. Where's my file, Jen? Oh, I'll show you. This is kind of cool. If you guys want to get this exciting. So then all my orders I have in here, and I have it from A to Z. And eventually all these orders will get filed. But sometimes I'm working on these still. And why is that important? Oh gosh, I must have 2,000 orders in here. Why? Because we ship really good. Our products are awesome, but our website was made in 1985. So it's a good idea to take hand orders, because one of my distributors wasn't listening, and he sent his link and said, hit join. And all they did is order a $25 kit, no product, right? Not because they didn't want to, they just can't figure it out. I mean, we got the green to the orange to the red. And so I'm just telling you, take the order, and then you could be of service. Yes, I have every single credit card, because they call and text me all day long, different people. I'd like to upgrade to the gold. I'd like to add this to the order. Can you help me? Absolutely, I can, because I have all the information. You're in business. Set your office up to be in business, okay? Think of yourself, you ready, as customer service, okay? All right. So I kind of went on a tangent. Okay, so why do you need the business bag? Well, inside you get 10 of these. And there are many presentations. And why do you need them? Because you've just started the business. And honestly, you don't know what to say yet. So you don't have to. You know why? Because you just hand everybody one of these and you read it to them. And you say, I'm just learning, but let's read it together. I'll tell you a story about that. These are called scripts. My mentor also told me this business is making lists, working lists with scripts. That's all we do. If you notice, I'm a big into scripts. I just write stuff that you're supposed to say. So she gave me a script. This was like 10 years ago. And I enrolled a really big business builder in this other business. And she's like, I don't even know what this does. I go, I know, me neither. So let me print this off. It's a piece of paper. You read it. And so she went and met her best friend at Starbucks, a big entrepreneur. And she goes, I'm just learning about this technology and I'm just supposed to read this to you. She read the piece of paper. the lady goes, oh my God, this sounds amazing. Let me enroll, right? That's where you get this. You don't have to know everything. You just have to know how to read. Remember, we're back in kindergarten. Remember in kindergarten when the teacher like did the circle time and she read the book this direction to all of us? That's what this is. And that's just like in kindergarten when you went to the sandbox and said, hi, my name is, what's your name? Same concept. And in fact, same concept. When I was in sales, I actually worked for a company called Ralston Purina for 10 years, and I ran Southern California pet food division. So I'm actually kind of like a sales girl too. And you know what I was trained on when I first worked for the company was in front of these grocery, I called on the headquarters of, like, if you're from California, Ralph's and Safeway and all that, right? Vaughn's. I was taught how to give a presentation upside down. So what did you do? You didn't have one and they didn't have one. You had to read the presentation to them upside down and point because you had to shape it. And if you were you know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm trying to say, even in sales, you learn how to give upside down presentations, which I think is kind of fun. So anyway, that's the whole concept of this. What, Jan? Have you ever given an upside down presentation? Try it out. Try it out. You would really have to have these memorized if you gave it upside down. Just saying. I don't even know if I've done it upside down with these yet, but maybe I'll try. Anyway, okay, so here we go. So I'll give you an example. Dr. Dana, her friend went to Starbucks and she had 5 friends. And she's like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. And I said, well, bring your business bag with 5 presentations and put an X39 and Eon in each envelope. These are really to put some product in so you can, sharing envelopes. So she did an X39 and Eon in 5 envelopes. Every girl at the coffee table got an envelope. And she read all of this. And then they all put on an X39 and an Eon. She ended with, the quick guide, what X39 does, activates those universal cells for repair and regeneration. Eon melts away that tension. Tension causes inflammation. You wear it together, you're going to repair and regenerate faster. And so then everybody put the patches on where she said, she just showed them the guide. And then she said, well, let's take your order. And she showed him this little order form. And she said, you could get 1 sleeve of X49 for, 50 a month supply, 30 in there for a month supply for $149. Or you could get the silver pack for $299. That's the single pack. Or the gold, $499, double the inventory for your family. Or 1,000 or 1,500, the big packs. That's if you want to build a big business. And here's the great thing. There's a little guide at the top. 1 X39, 1 X49 equals 1 point. All supportive sleeves equal 0.5. And the Alavita Skincare Trio equals 1.5. So basically what she did is she said, well, based on what's going on with you, you need 1 X39 to activate those universal cells. You need 1 X49 for lean muscle mass. You need an Eon to melt away that tension. And you need a glutathione for your greatest defense. You get all of those for $299. And then, of course, 1 X39 the following month to keep your stem cells activated for $99. Your name is, your phone number is, your address is, your birth date is, your credit card. She took 5 orders. She left them all of this information. She took the order forms. She drove back to her office. She inputted all of those in under her friend. She made her friend money and her friend and herself money. So those are the presentations. I got a team in Hawaii. They love these. They're asking for this over and over and over again. And they're just driving around Honolulu and they are handing these out to all their friends with 1 X39 and 1 Eon in them. And they're all sitting around tables reading them together. I'm telling you. So I know these work. So get some. Okay. So now, where do you get all this? Okay, I'll show you. So there's 2 sites, and write this down, Lynn. There's startx39now.com. That's our exposing site. And there's Start333Biz. That's our business site. Now, I made them for 2 different reasons. And I'm going to show you our biz site first. That's our business site. I basically made the business site because honestly, you guys, I hate emailing PDFs. I'm just not going to do it. So I made a site where they're all links and you can just edit, copy, edit, paste, and you can text it to anyone or email it to anyone or whatever. So it's really our business database. Okay, so let's go there real quick. And make sure when you go there that you signed up for our communication, your name, your cell, your email. We're a team Evolve. And our team represents three things. We love, we have fun, and we work hard. So if those are things that are cool to you, you'll love our team. And a team that communicates together stays together. So make sure you fill that out. Then this is the system. You already wrote that down, 333. So you click into the system. And this is where, Lynn, you need to put the username and passcode. The system is private. And that is, the username is start333biz, B-I-Z. The passcode is 333biz, B-I-Z. And you click on the system. And this is where you're going to go to the tools. Okay, so you know where to get your business bag and you know where to get your business card. So right here, you get your business cards from Sally. You might want to take the picture of her name and email. Also, Lynn, if you can, maybe you could put this link in chat for people. And these are the business cards you can order. Or you can order these, whichever ones you want. Get your business cards right here, okay? The business bag is right over here. And you get this business bag from Jan Rand. And you can get up to 2 of these at a time. They're $15 each. They come with 10 envelopes with all the great little mini info cards. And what you do is you send her your name, your email. No, you email her your name, your phone number, and your address. And she even makes labels for you. So once again, you can order 2 of these at a time, okay? Now, you can get really excited and you can go into the marketing materials. And this is Sally again, if you want even more stuff. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, there, take her picture. Remember, these are the business cards again, but she does a lot more. You can start getting the 5x7 cards right now. As an example, my friend, I have 2 friends doing them. They're doing health fairs or pop-up tents or, you know, the little booths, you know what I'm saying? And my friend Linda is doing one in Connecticut. And so she's ordering all these cards and these new envelopes. I think she's getting a set of those. And she's going to have those for her event. I think Molly is also ordering some of these, Molly, for one of her events. So you can get any of these. You can also go and get, you know, the health tracker. You can get the poster card. You can get banners, tabletops. My favorite posters, there's me. That's when I had fast growing cells and regeneration. This is Mandy. She looks 10, not 10, 16. And I love this one right here, the power of the patch. This is before and after pictures, and you point to pictures. So these are all great. You can get a tabletop. So if you want to go do some events, you can also set up offices with a lot of this cool stuff. It's all right here. Don't be afraid. And that is, take a picture of that. That is where you would order that. And you might say, well, how do you put that all together? Well, it's cool. You can go right over to Patching Party. And this shows you how to do a virtual patching party or a live patching party. We'll do that another day. But just if you want to see how we set up a table, it's kind of like that. So those are the posters. There's the tabletop. There's the product. There's those little cards with all your information. The only other thing you really need is like a little clipboard where you can get their name and phone number. So that's lots of stuff. So your homework, if you're new, you can see that our biz site is quite loaded up. So click all the tabs, see what's in there, listen to the videos. You'll have a great time. Yes, Jen.
Somebody asked if I had the pin.
Oh, put
So
it up.
I have it, and can you see it?
Oh, yeah, but you can't
It
say that.
says
You
activate
can't
your
say
stem
that.
cells.
You can't
I
say
know.
that.
So now it will say the power of the patch, your name, and on mine it says my title. So you could probably do it. That's what I got it from April. That's
I
what she
love
had.
that. So if you take a picture of that, like I did, you can, but know that we need, in the US, we have more compliance right now. So you cannot say activate your stem cells. You can say the power of the patch. You can say the miracle patch. You can say the patented patch, patented wearable light technology. I think the power of the patch is great. And then you would want to say your name and your rank. So could you put in chat, Lynn, that you could order the name tag at Amazon and that you would want to say the power of the patch?
Can
And
I
then,
make a suggestion?
yeah, please.
I don't know that I mean, I wouldn't put my rank on, like if you're a manager, because you're going to be growing and then your rank won't be valid anymore.
Yeah, but this is for people that don't know you anyway. So a manager sounds great. A director sounds great. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily know. You guys can decide what you want to do on that. You could say activate with light. Ooh, I like that. I don't know. You're gonna have to think about that. I have to think about what I want my name tag to say. But anyway, there's some ideas you guys can put that together. Jan, thank you for sharing that. So then you go to evolve. You also want to connect to all our communication. So you go to Evolve Connect. This will connect you to Telegram. And if you've never connected to Telegram, you need to click this link to do it with Apple. Do this on your phone or Android. Once you sign your name, your email, your phone number, it will kick you out. Then you have to come back into our system and then click all the links. This is our communication group. This is our stories. Did you know you can search over 4,000 stories because you're always watering people with love? Water them with a story, which are testimonials. Our business training. This training will be on here today. Our practitioner group. This is everything Dr. Stacy, and also we had a lot of Dr. Patty back in the day. De Blasio, you can search their names and see everything they've done. Before and after pictures. A picture tells 1,000 words, and Spanish. So click on to our Telegram groups. Also, you may want to click on to our Facebook. This is Team Evolve, Everything Evolve. This is the corporate Facebook page. This is the Europe. So this is great. And then we have a lot of YouTubes. This is the Lifewave Health YouTube channel. This is Peter and Marci's training channel. This is Dr. Stacy, everything about science you ever wanted to know. This is Susan Allen, some of the best interviews ever. And this is Sheila Hay Business Training. So there's a lot here on YouTubes that you can join. So join, once again, communication is so important in thriving in this business. So join our communication. So far, what have we figured out? Well, we know what tools we're going to buy. We know what to sign up and plug into. And lastly, we're going to now start working the system. The system is here, the 3 steps to success. We also have tabs underneath. So some things are in the system and also here. So for example, follow-up is here, but it's also on the follow-up clipboard. You may want to just get a form right here, but it's also in the system. Do you understand? All the podcasts are here, but it's also in the system. But sometimes you don't want to go into the system to have to grab something. Maybe you want to go look at PowerPoints, for example, and you don't want to have to go into the system to find a PowerPoint, right? So I'd like to say the top is the system. The bottom is the resource tabs. Look at them all. Right here is a lot of people want to know the comp plan. So that's Evolve Comp Plan or the pay portal, how to set up their pay portal to get their money. Customer service, all right here. So now that we go to the system, let's start. Once again, write this down. We're contact 3 a day, invite 3 a day, follow up with 3 a day. So to contact 3 a day, we make lists. How do you make a list? We're going to do it right now. So get out a piece of paper or your list book. And I don't care if you're brand new or not new, we're all making a new list of 10. And we're going to do it with our phone. If you don't want to do it with your phone, you could also go right into Facebook Messenger. Those are all contacts too. I do like to change all of that from, if I'm using Facebook, I want to grab a cell number. Changing the person's name to a cell number always works better. So always work to getting someone's cell number. Once again, it makes them more real to you and you are more real to them. Okay. So on the top of your list book, what you're going to write with a black ink marker, like a big black, Sharpie, is Lifewave, the holy grail of healing. Have you heard about stem cells? Who do you know that would like this? Who do you know? Create your first list of 10. Their name and their cell number. We're going to do it right now. Take your phone right now. Let's go. Let's look in your phone right now. And I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to jog your mind. Who do you know that you respect? I really respect Jan Rand. I wanted her in my business. She was in my first list of 10. I knew her from another network marketing company 10 years ago. I had missed her and I knew her work ethic and I wanted her back in my life. Who do you know that you respect? Who do you know that you love? Is there somebody in your life that you just love and you would love to build a business with them? Who is that? Who do you know that you can help with their health? Who do you know? There's so many people that have back pain or issues with inflammation in their fingers or detox issues or just so many issues, especially people that are 50 and over. You know, our stem cells quit working. 30% went dormant when we were 30 and 90% go dormant by the time you're 60. So when stem cells are what repair and regenerate us. So, and when we're young, they're young and they work. So no wonder by the time we're 50, we're not regenerating anymore. We're falling apart. Can you imagine how many people we can help with X39? So who do you know? Write them down right now. Who do you know that you'd love to build a business with? I knew Peter No was a businessman. I knew him from another company. I hadn't talked to him forever. I knew he had an office in Fountain Valley, and I knew I wanted him in my business. Do you think I put him on my list? Absolutely. I drove right down to his office with 5X39 in a plastic baggie. That's all I had. Okay, who do you know? Who do you know that you want in your business? Who do you know that has influence? You know the ones. They're the best friend that everybody loves. You might not have the influence, but you know they do. They're my girlfriend, she's going skiing with her crew. They all go dancing on Friday night. You know, that whole group. Who do you know that has those relationships? Who do you know that's a progressive healthcare practitioner? You know the ones that love to work with light and crystals, and they are like the muscle testers, and they don't really like pharmaceuticals. They're the acupuncturists. They're the cranial sacral workers for chiropractic. You know those ones. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know that's an entrepreneur? You know, the ones that work 3 different businesses at one time. I was working with David yesterday. He's a notary. He told me he works like 10 different projects at one time. And he goes, and my motto is, I get it all done. You think I want him in my business? Absolutely, I do. Who do you know? He's going around signing notaries all day long. And you know what he does? He has these little mini presentations and he hands them an X39 and an E on every notary he does. He just adds it. He's one of those. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know that's a network marketer? There are a lot of people that like home-based business, especially now that they don't want to go back to work 80 hours a week. They want to work from their home. They love Zoom. They like all of this. Who do you know that is a network marketer that likes home-based business and maybe's been in a company that's not growing, because a lot of them aren't growing? Just so you know, we had 43% growth over last year. We are in momentum. We're hitting 400 million to 500 million. We are a company now that's making money because our product works. Who might want that? There's a lot of companies not doing so well. I mean, who do you know? Jan Rand, how many times were you in Amway? 2. Lynn, have you ever been in a network marketing company, and how many? Let's give me a number. Oh, there you go. She's been in 3. Who in your phone likes home-based business? My golly, I should be on somebody's list somewhere. You never know, right? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who's your hairdresser? My hairdresser does my color. Her friend does my cut. Man, I just got them on. And now I'm going to educate her friend who cuts my hair next week. Why? I want to do a presentation in the salon for all the girls. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Then I want them, if they like that, I want them to send me to all their salon friends. What do I mean by that? You know, the ones that work in all the other salons. That's warm list. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who's your mortgage broker? Who's your real estate agent? Who's your hairdresser? Who's your chiropractor? Who do you know? Look in your phone. Shoot. Who don't you know? If you tell me I don't know anybody, then look in your phone. Who's your first A? Who's your first A? Who don't you know? Who's your first A? Who's your first L in your phone? My first A was my babysitter from 20 years ago. She made it on my list. Had I not looked at my who I don't knows and started in my A's, she would never pop up. Who don't you know? I want you right now, Lynn, to give me a who don't you know in your M's. Jan, I want you to give me a who don't you know in your S. Deborah, find me a who don't you know in your F's. Put it on the list right now. Let's do it. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Everybody should be making their list of 10 right now. List of 10. Let's do a new list of 10 now. There's 96 of us. When we make our list of 10, 96 times 10, we're going to have 960 contacts. Is that leverage? That's leverage. And we're going, in 10 minutes, we're going to have 960. Is it a good idea to have people that are in your organization working here? Yeah, because you make money on all those contacts. All of you, most likely, or many, probably 95% of you are somewhere in my organization. Is that a good use of my 1 hour a time to have 960 of contacts going out in 1 hour? Yes, it is, Deborah. You got it. That's leverage. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? All right. So you're going to make that list of 10 right now from your phone, from Facebook. Who don't you know? I don't care. I'm not attached at all. There may be somebody you don't know in your phone that really needs this right now. Or you knew them 20 years ago. It's okay. Doesn't matter because I give you the safe container. Put it on the list. I'm not attached at all. I do not care what they think or what they say. We're going to text them something out at 11 o'clock. Make your list, their name and their cell number. We're going to give a sleeve of X39 out for everybody that makes a list of 10. Yes, we are, Jen, because it's so important. So once you make your list of 10, you put it in chat and you will qualify for a raffle. It has to be a new list of 10. I know, Angela, you do this every week. You must have a list of 1,000 now. 10,000, because she's always adding a new list of 10 every day she comes. Do you know that Dr. Stacy texted me yesterday? You want me to tell you what she said? This is pretty cute. She says, this is when she first started the business, okay? This is when let's keep working on your list while I tell my stories. List of 10, list of 10, list of 10, list of 10. List of 10, list of 10, let's go. Let's go. Let's see here. Ah, I can't find it. Basically, she said, here's my list of 100 you told me to do. You told me to do another 100. And she took a picture of her list of 100. This was early on. And on the top, she had, because at the time I was making, I think, I don't know, 500,000 a month or something, 500,000. She wrote that up. She put the goal of what she wanted to make and her list. Why don't you do that? Put the goal of what you want to make right now on top of your list. What do you want to make yearly right now? Do you want to make 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 500,000 a month? Or wait, no, she was doing it per year. That was 500,000 per year. Sorry, that's a lot per month. But let's do it per month. I think it will be easier for you to see per month. So once again, let's do it again. Do you want to make 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 2,000 a month, 500 a month? What do you want to start with? And once you make that goal, make your next financial goal. Because money comes with a list. They go together. We never really put that together. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy's so smart. She put the money generated with a list. I just got that. So who do you know? Who do you know? Because Peter says people equal product. Product equals points, and points equal money. So of course list goes with money. Of course it does. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Now, get that list of 10, put it in chat. Now, this is for new people. If you are not new, you know what I'm going to tell you. You got another 5 to do. If you're not new, you have another 5 to do. And the other 5 is who's already on your binary tree and who do you know that wants to build a business with you that's already on your tree. You go to Organization Binary Tree Viewer and you tap down all your boxes. If there's only 4 boxes and you say your tree ends there, I say no, tap the 4th box so more come down. Be intimate with your tree. Organization Binary Tree Viewer. Who do you know that wants to learn how to share the business with you? Who do you know? I even wrote a new script for Marci Lerner. It's raw, but I'll read it to you. It was 2. It was, let's see. So the first question is, who do you know that you want to learn how to build, that you want to learn? Okay, who do you know that wants to learn how to share a business with you? Who do you know that wants to learn how to share a business with you? Go down your binary and say their names. Does Betty want to know how to share a business with me? Does Susie want to know? If you say yes, you can do this in 1 second. Make them a list, and then I'm going to show you what to send them. The other who do you know is the do me a favor. Those are people that don't want to build a business, and you know going down the tree. So you ask yourself, who do you know who do you know that would want to do you a favor? Let's help 10 people you love because you have had such great results, right? So those are people that maybe don't want to do a business, but who do you know on your tree that would like to give you a list of 10 because they would like to help 10 people they love because they've had such great results, and you're going to help them do that as well. They're both lists, but they're different ways of making a list. One wants to make a list because they want to learn how to do the business. The other wants to make a list because they want to help people they love. Do you understand? They're very different. They can be the same, but so when you go down the list and you say, oh, Susie doesn't want to learn how to build the business, but you may say, but Susie wants to help 10 people she loves. I can help her do that too. Do you understand? That makes your list much bigger. I was teaching Marci Lerner that today, and she was going down her tree, and she gave me 4 people that want to learn how to do the business. But there were 10 other people that had huge networks and are having such great results with the product. I said, well, would they want to give you a list of 10 so they could help people they love because they've had such great results? She said, absolutely, I'll start asking them. Do you see the difference? It's very different, but it's still getting lists. You could basically look at your binary tree. What are we trying to do with our binary? Find out how many people on your binary tree would like to give you a list of 10. You could have 10 people. What's 10 times 10? 100 new contacts, right? And then you group text them together, and you help with that little text. This is for business builders. And then they will tap it with love and you follow up for them. Okay. We'll do a little training on that. That's a little deeper training, but it's important. So who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? So if you're brand new, you're doing a 10 from your own phone. If you're not new, you're doing 10 and you're doing 5 more. Who do you know that would like to share the business? Who do you know that would like to give you a list of 10 to help the people they love? That's all going down to your organization binary tree viewer. Does everybody know what they're doing? There's a lot of list making here. There's a lot of list making here, but that's what we do. All I do is make lists all day long. Okay. You get to be a master list maker. Okay. So everybody doing it? You got another 30 seconds to get your list of 10 to me on chat. You don't have to give me the names. Just, I did my list of 10. And I would like business builders to say, I did my list of 15. Let's go. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who don't you know? It's okay. You can just go and write your first 10 A's. I don't care. I do not care. Your first 10 A's will qualify you for a raffle. Your first 10 B's, you could do your first A, your first B, your first C, your first D in contacts. You see what I mean? I don't care. I just want you to do a list of 10. Let's go. Who do you know? I did a list of 15. I did a list of 25. I did a list of 20. I did 10. I did 15. I did all. I did 10. I'm doing it. People are putting what they want to make for their income. Income goes with lists. Income goes with lists. I promise you, consistent list making. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Keep going. I got my 10. I got 24. Keep going. I want to make 5,000 a month and I got 14. I did a list of 20. Who do you know? Who do you know? And I'm muted. You're like, I don't know anymore. Muter. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? One more time. Who's your hairdresser? Who's your real estate agent? Who's your chiropractor? Who's your mortgage broker? Who's your notary? Who's the guy? Who's your plumber? Who works on your toilets? Who did your kitchen? They have awful back pain, Jan. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who's the head of PTA? Who picks up your kids at school? Who do you work out with at the gym? Who's the gym worker outers? You know, the fitness people. Who do you know? Who do you know? Come on, keep going. Keep going. Let's jog your memory of who do you know? Who do you know? Who's your babysitter? Who do you know? Who's your teacher? Who's your kid's teacher? Teachers love this. Who do you know? Who do you know that has back pain? Who do you know? Who do you know? You could even say to yourself, I'm going to Starbucks and finding 5 more people I don't know. Add to your list. I'm going to go do a pop-up tent and find more people I don't know. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who's your dental hygienist? There you go. Who does your teeth? Who does your teeth? Who's your dentist? My dentist the other day says, I don't have absolutely no pockets. What's going on? I said X39 and coconut oil. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who's your eye doctor? We got an eye doctor that loves this in Hawaii. Who do you know? Who do you know? I love that. We need a memory jogger. Somebody find me a memory jogger and text it to me. We're going to start reading them all off. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Okay, everybody that wanted to, you got 10 seconds. You don't have to put the names, just that you did it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jan, scroll and I'll tell you. We're kind of behind today. I think I did a lot of storytelling. That's all right. We'll go fast. Go, 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 go.
Oh, give me a minute. All right, so let's see. And also, Marci, is the link for Houston, somebody wants to join and they still can't get
It's
in.
not live yet. We'll get it to you as soon as we can. Don't worry. It's happening. Just hold tight. It should be, we should have it today.
Okay,
Let's go ahead and go ahead.
hold on, the phone's ringing.
And
Okay, I'm not looking. Ready?
stop.
Donna A.
Donna's new. Donna, look at you just got X39. You're going to email janjrand@gmail.com that you want an X39 for making your list. Okay, make sure you email her. Good job, Donna. Okay.
And give me time because I don't have any inventory because Marci likes to give stuff away that we don't have, which is why I always make a face. So when I make a face, that's why. So I'll send it as soon as I have inventory.
Yes, she will. Don't you worry. It's coming soon. I'm making another buy tomorrow. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're still going to do a little more training. We're going to train for 10 more minutes before we start working, just because I told so many stories I got behind. But sometimes I think stories make things more real, so that's why it's important. So let's go and show you what to do with the list now. Let's go show you. Now that you got a list, we got to work it. So the next part of this system is invite 3 a day. Invite. You are going today to invite to 2 things if you're new and 3 things if you're not new. Okay. And you can get all this at start333biz.com, or I'm going to put it in chat. You grab it, email it to yourself, throw it in the notes of your phone so you can work it. Or if you don't know what to do, take a picture of it and then just rewrite it. Who cares? Okay. So here you go. The very first thing you're going to do is you're going to invite, you can invite to a gift, and you can do 2 gifts today, only 2 today, because you guys went crazy yesterday. Crazy. That's why we have no product, because you guys went absolutely crazy, which is great. But
I have no Eon, so they're going to get 3 X39 until I run out of that. So
that's fine. Don't worry. We'll have more inventory ready to go for next week. So
Marci, excuse me, how do you get to the invite scripts? Because I've been looking and I can't find them. Sorry.
You go to start333biz.com and you're going to go into the system. You're going to go into the system, and right here, when you go into the access the system, you can click here or you can click the picture. Then it's going to ask for a username and passcode. This is a private site. So the username you need to put in is start333biz, B-I-Z. The passcode is 333biz, B-I-Z, and that will let you in. Then you click here to enter the system, the 3 steps to success, the system. And in the system, we've already done step 1. Congratulations. We learned how to make a list. Now we're going to invite. Okay, and here's our inviting scripts, and here's all our podcasts. Okay, so here we go. So the first one that I'm going to show you how to do is invite to a gift. And you just basically, that list that you just made, you ready? You're just going to text them this. Okay, who's the first person on your list? Let's say it's Susie. Susie, I found a patented wearable light technology that activates your stem cells to repair and regenerate you just like when you were younger. Go to startx39now.com. For a great overview, watch the first 2 videos and look at the pictures. Text me your address, I'll send you a gift, your name and phone number. That's so easy. Now, 2 things you have to know. Make sure that you've gone to startx39now.com and watched the first 2 videos and looked at the pictures. Otherwise, you won't know really what you're sending your person and you'll look like a dork. So let me show you what that looks like. There's the script. So then you want to go to startx39now.com. And make sure if you're new that you look at this site. This is our other site. This is our informational site. We have 2 sites, our biz site and our now site. Make sure that you watch the first video on light. It's only 2 minutes, so you know what you're telling your people to do. And the second video on the power of patch, which really is how X39 works. Jan, you got to let people in. Okay, and that's 3 minutes. And then look at the pictures yourself. That's me. That's before X39. I was a mess. I'm regenerated. Fast-growing cells almost took me out. This is a finger that got cut off, a little boy. It got sewn back on. It died. It grew back in 2 months, X39. This woman, she looks 16 now, a year of the patch. This is nerves that were all crunched. That's called upper body nerve pain. This took more time, like a year, but look at how the flow is perfect now. This is wild. This man, bald and gray, even a gray eyebrow. Now he has dark hair, it's filled in, and even his eyebrow is dark. This one is wild. Look at her. Look at her décolleté. Look at it now. So this is regeneration. Would you like a gift? So you text that. And then they, of course, don't text you back or do it. You call and you say, hey, you got to go look at this, Jenny. And if you like it, I'll send you a gift. Right? That's it. It's 5 minutes and some pictures. Can you tell your people to do that? Your 10 people. Absolutely you can, because we're going to do it together and we're not attached. We're going to have fun. Can somebody mute? I need help. I need help. So then what you're going to do is the gift is obviously... The gift is obviously right here, invite to a gift. And of course, this is the business bag because you can gift people yourself, like Hawaii. They run around and send people that script, and then they go and they mail it, or they go to their house and they drop this off with an X39 and an Eon in it, or 2 X39 and 2 Eons, right? So that's would be gifting yourself, and that's in the system. Of course, the gift that I do in the office, I can't put in the system because it would make me broke. But I put it in the office, and you guys can use my gifting program when you work the office Monday and Tuesday. So, and if everyone can mute themselves, that would help me a lot. I can't mute and share screen at the same time. Thank you. And then this is the gift that Jan sends out when you're in the office, and it's all the cool materials that's in your business bag, and it's 2 X39 and 2 Eons. And this goes out, and all you do, you can do 2 of these today, is you go into the office and you click this form right here, the link, and you fill it out. And you put the daily code, which I'll give you in a moment, and you put your first name, your last name, and your phone number, and who you're going to send the gift to. Sally Smith, her address. You hit submit, it goes to Jan, and Jan mails it out on your behalf with a label on it with your name and phone number on it. It's pretty cool. So that's what you're going to set. There's the gifting form. That's what you're going to do on the gift. Everybody with me? So now, also you want to invite them to Dr. Stacy. Dr. Stacy is going to be amazing tonight. She is interviewing Ivory Solly, the NFL football player. It's going to be great. You want to invite to that. So that script looks like this. Go to Tuesday. She always does Tuesdays. Bill, I would like to invite you to join us this Tuesday where you will learn about the science and technology of this cutting edge product from Dr. Stacy and have your questions answered. For a great overview, go to startx39now.com. Watch the first 2 videos and look at the pictures. I'll text you the invite below. Do you see? This is the same pre-qualification, having them go to the Now site. And so then you would call them and say, did you ever go and look? Can you make it to Dr. Stacy's? Hey, I can send you a gift too. Once you get good at this, you're going to dance between the scripts. You can say, hey, do you want a gift? And by the way, come to Dr. Stacy's and learn what the gift's going to be about, right? You have to learn how to be a script writer like you're in Hollywood, right? You're going to eventually learn how to manipulate all of these, which is great. So then you go to invite to a patching podcast and you look for Dr. Stacy. You look for Dr. Stacy. There she is. That's tonight. And you basically send that out to people. So you can send a gift. You can send Dr. Stacy. Okay. And this is if you're new. Sorry. This is all you're going to do today if you're new. 2 gifts. And then you should send all of them to Dr. Stacy, a Dr. Stacy invite. Copy link address right there. So that's a total of 10, right? That link, by the way, if you grab that and text it to somebody, it opens up as a cool invite now, and you can just click on it. People will just see it and click on the invite. It's so cool. So that's cool. Now, so if you're brand new, that's all you're doing. If you're not new, you can also invite to the patching party that I do on Wednesday nights, and that's where I give away free sleeves on the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, look at it opened up as a link. I didn't know I did that different this time. Lynn, you did it. How did you make it? How did you do that? Did you do it by your phone? I haven't been able to figure out how to do it. You actually sent it the right way. Huh. You're going to have to do the next one and show me how, and then tell me how you did it. So then the other one is the patching party. And that's for people that, this is for people with more experience. I don't want to overwhelm the new people, but the patching party looks something like this. I'd like to invite you to our virtual patching party this Wednesday, where you will learn about this cutting edge technology, hear testimonials, and you'll even have a chance to win a free 30-day supply of product. For a great overview, go to startx39now.com. Watch the first videos, look at the pictures. I'll text you the link, the invite below. Do you understand? All you're doing is texting people an invite. You might be inviting them to a doctor call, a gift, a patching party. As an example, I had this guy and he's like, oh, my guys will only like the doctor. I said, great, send the doctor. I had a girl, oh, my girls love parties. Great, send the patching party, right? Do you understand? This is your people, your dance. I'm just showing you where to grab the stuff. So there's the patching party right here. And that's on Wednesday nights. And let's see if I can put that in there, right there. And once again, what did you do? Copy image address, copy image, save image, search image address. I wonder if you did copy image address. I don't know what you did. She already did it right. No, I did not do it right. She's doing something different than I can't do, but that's fine. So hers is there anyway, and my link is there. So that's the patching party, and she has the patching party right there. The last thing for the people that are inviting people to come share the business with them, you're going to invite the other 5 to the business. You can see now that we are just a business of inviting, right? You see what we do now. So you go to the inviting scripts, and these are for the people that have 5 business people. You're going to go to the business invite. Bill, I'd like to invite you to build a business with me. Join our foundational virtual office training on Mondays and Tuesdays, where you'll learn how to make a list, invite, and follow up with your people to receive our free cutting edge technology, or receive our cutting edge technology. You will learn how to either get your product for free, become financially safe, or create great wealth. It's your choice. I'm going to put this in, and then you are going to put the invite in, Lynn, because you do a better job. So once again, if you're brand new, you're doing 10 invites today. 2 of them can be gifts. If you're not brand new, you're doing 15 invites today. 2 of them can be gifts. I'd like you to invite 5 people from your tree to the business, okay? Now, we will give away a free X39 sleeve at 5 till noon. And that's going to be for anybody that gets 10 invites out. So the very last thing we're going to show you is the follow-up, And the follow-up goes something like this. You go to the 3rd step. You ready? Oh, I forgot to tell you the other thing you need to buy as a tool. I'm so sorry. When you go to Staples, get a clipboard. Just buy a clipboard. It's the follow-up clipboard. And why do you need it? Because you got to print off everything on the clipboard, the follow-up right here. And what do you think everything is? You better believe it. It's everything that comes to them as a gift. It's everything in your business bag as an 8x11 that you read, print it. The GHK flyer, you read it to people. That tells you how stem cells work. Print it. What to expect when you wear X39, print it. Before and after tracker. Oh my God, the pictures look so good now. They're big, they're bright. Print it. And then they rank how they're doing. This helps you understand what their issues are, so you can help guide them. Print it. The before and after tracker international. Oops, hold on. The before and after. Sorry. The all products flyer. I like international. Print it. I call it the quick guide. It tells you what all the products do and placement. One of my favorite. And the order form. Print 10 of these. The more order forms you have, the more you'll take the order. What do you do in follow-up? After you send them the gift, after you send them to Dr. Stacy, after you send them to a patching party, you're going to call them the next day or that day. And you're going to read the clipboard to them. And then you're going to take their order. Okay? I got to get a new printer. I got to reprint mine myself. And so, not attached, right? Not attached. The more order forms you have on the clipboard, the more you'll take. I'll tell you the story of Naomi. She was doing all this. She made her list. She started invite. Well, then she had 5 people that wanted to know more. And she said to me, Marci, I can't do this. I don't know anything. And then she goes, but wait, you had me print out the follow-up clipboard. I'll just read it to everybody. And she did. And at the end of the Zoom, she took 5 orders. Is everything making sense? This is the same as what Jan sends out on the gift, which is the same as your business bag. They all match. All we're doing is making sure we know or can read the same thing your people are getting. You can also on the biz site take all of those and send them as a link, text it to them. I'm always texting the all products flyer and the order form. I must text that 5 times a day to different people. Okay, everybody got it? So training is over. Sorry that took so long today. That was a long training. Okay, so we're going to stop recording.